Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and stop.
Now that we got Mason's appointment done, I'm outside of my appointment and I am super nervous. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kira if you are new, and I have a ton of things that I need to do today, and so I figured I would vlog and take you guys along with me. It's a lot more fun to film on days that are super busy as opposed to just regular run-of-the-mill days where I'm doing like laundry and dishes and stuff. But this morning Mason had an appointment for an audiologist. He does receive speech at school. I'm sure if you guys have ever seen him in a video, he does have a bit of a speech impediment, I guess I would say is probably the best way to put it. He didn't talk much at all until he was like 3. I think he had maybe between 3 and 5 words until he was like 3 years old, and then he really just started to, you know, develop a vocabulary, and then before you know it, now Mason doesn't shut up, but he is sometimes hard to understand. So he does receive speech services at school, and one of the things that they had suggested is that we see an audiologist so that we can verify that it's not a hearing issue that's causing any kind of speech issue. Just something that they want to be able to rule out. I do notice when Mason watches TV and he uses the iPad that he always has things at very loud volume, and so they wanted us, like I said, to see an audiologist. But we did go to the Baptist hospital today, where he was seen by a phenomenal woman. She did a bunch of testing. We had a really good time. She was really good with him, and she said he passed with flying colors. Everything was 100% the way that it was supposed to be. So she just said that he's probably very used to outside noise, which is true because our house is loud. You know, Maya's always watching something or doing something. There are dogs, there are adults always speaking and talking, and there's always things kind of going on. And so she said he's probably just competing for sound, and he should use headphones to kind of isolate sound when he's at home using his iPad or something like that. There's even wireless ones that we can use for the TV just so that we can control the volume. Otherwise, she said his speech is not connected to his hearing. So that's a good thing. At least we ruled that out. And now I'm outside of my mammogram. So I have a script. I don't have like a specific appointment. You just walk in, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long in here. But I am definitely nervous. This is my first time ever getting a mammogram. I don't know if I should have had it done earlier. I do have my mom's half sister had breast cancer, and she's a breast cancer survivor. So I don't know if I was supposed to go before 40. I just know that when I went to the OB a couple of weeks ago, she was like, oh no, it's time. She did feel around, she didn't feel any lumps, but she still wanted me to make sure that I go inside. So I'm pretty nervous. They didn't give me any information. I thought like you're not supposed to use lotions or perfumes, and then I put perfume on this morning and thought about it afterwards, and lotion. I'm not sure if I'm able to have jewelry on. I don't even know if I'm allowed to bring my glasses inside. Like, I didn't even think about that. You know, actually, speaking of my glasses, this is probably a really good time to bring it up. I always get so many comments asking about my glasses, and I always forget to say something because I don't ever talk about them very much. But I get my glasses from a company called Zinff, ZINFF.com, and they're like fantastic to work with. You just send your script over, like a copy of your script over to them, and you load it in on the website, and then it just allows you to pick any glasses that you want on the website. They use the script to make the glasses, and then they just send them to your house. I just got glasses recently because I broke a pair, so I just got these, and then Paul just got a pair, Jake just got a pair. Like, we use them so often, it's so much easier than just going somewhere to the eye doctor. Their glasses are extremely affordable, and I've used them probably, I would say, well over a year now. They had reached out and sponsored a video last year, and I've been using them consecutively ever since. So whenever somebody says to me, like, where do you get your glasses from, I always forget to address that. So I'll leave all of their information in the description box if you guys want to go over and check out their website. Like I said, they're super affordable. I spent under $100 to get all of our glasses, so I think that you guys will really like them. They have such a wide variety, and they're super comfortable and trendy. So but all right, now I've addressed my glasses. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a mask. I'm gonna put some antibacterial on and pop in a piece of gum. I always get like nervous when I'm around people. I like want to smell good. I want my breath to smell good, all of the things. So all right, let's go ahead and pile in there. Like I said, I'm super nervous. I'm like extra chatty right now because I have like that nervous energy. But all right, let's go inside for my very first mammogram. All right, you guys, I did it. I made it out of my mammogram. It definitely was a little painful, a little bit more painful than I was expecting, especially since I'm a big-chested person, but I made it, it's done, and I have to do it again for another year. So now we have a few more things that we need to take care of before I go on and head home. So I need to get gas. I am like low, and I stopped at my gas station by my house after dropping Mason off at school, and they were out of gas. Like, every single pump had one of those little yellow things that said temporarily out of service. So I need to find another gas station. I may grab something to eat because at this point it's noon, and I have to drive out to a location to pick up Jacob's cap and gown. I think it's kind of weird they don't send it to the school, but you actually have to go like to the location of the company who like makes these things and pick it up. So it's like 30 minutes from where I am right now. So by the time I go there, pick it up, and get back with whatever traffic, it's gonna be well after 1. I haven't eaten a stitch of anything all day but a half a cup of coffee before I left early this morning. So I'm starting to feel a little hungry and I'm thirsty. So I think I'm gonna grab gas, grab something to eat that I can just munch on while I'm on my way. I'm gonna pick up his cap and gown, and by the time I get back, I have a few things that I'm going to take you guys with me to do inside of the house. But for starters, let me go and get myself some fuel for both my car and my body, and then I will share with you what Jacob's gown looks like once I pick it up.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
All right, you guys, I got it. I got his cap and gown. I cried a little bit when I got it. This is my baby. When did this happen? He's graduating. He's got a tassel and a keychain and his cap and gown and his t-shirt and all the things. But one thing I did not do is grab lunch like I said I was going to. I touched base with Daryl. He's off today, and he said, can you bring us home lunch? And I said, okay, I could do that. And then once we were talking on the phone after I picked this up, we couldn't really decide, so we decided we're just gonna go out to lunch. We have about 2 hours before we still have to pick up the kids. He might have to drop something off at his job, but we'll still have time to grab lunch. So we'll take you guys with us. We're gonna go grab something to eat. We'll take care of what we need to do for his job, and then we're gonna come back here. Like I said, I have a few things that I wanna take you guys through in here. It is a busy day. I feel like I've been running all day, and it's only 12:45, and I've done over 5,000 steps already, almost 6,000 steps, and still, like I said, a ton to do, but I don't go anywhere. You guys are coming with us.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down,
What is up, you guys? Good morning. So it is now the next day. I was pretty excited about taking you guys along with the rest of my day. I had a ton of things planned that I wanted to do and share with you guys, but I kind of got some sad news, and then it just kind of shifted my mood. Like, that's something that I want to talk to my therapist about tomorrow. Every Saturday at 1 is when I have my therapy sessions, and I want to discuss with them about things that I can do to kind of lower that instant anxiety level that just puts me in a headspace that doesn't let me move on with the rest of my day. So after I saw you guys, I got a phone call from the mammography place. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know probably have already seen me share an update, but they called, and I was a little surprised because I missed their phone call at first. And when I called them back, they said, "Oh, did you leave a voicemail?" I said, "Oh, my voicemail is actually not set up on my phone, so I didn't have a place for them to leave a voicemail." And so they said, "Oh, well, let's check the records and see why we called." And I said, "Yeah, it's weird. You know, I went to the OB a couple of weeks back, and she ordered a mammography, and I went today, but they told me I wouldn't get results for, 1 to 2 days and then a week to get things in the mail. I don't think it's about that." And she said, "No, it is about that. Hold on, Dr. Thompson wants to talk to you. Let me get her on the phone." And so I was like, "Oh, this doesn't sound good." And so I get on the phone with her, and she said, "Hi, it's Dr. Thompson, whatever. I don't get a chance to see your images. I only get the report, and I only get stat reports like the same day. Otherwise, it does take a day or two for me to see them." And I was like, "A stat report? Why is it stat?" And she said, "Well, there's something I don't like, and I want to be able to look a little bit further." She said that I have some kind of asymmetrical dense mass in the upper left quadrant of my left boob. Now, I was like instantly asking questions to see if there was some kind of error, because I said when I went in there, they asked, like, "Are you wearing deodorants, perfumes, any of that?" I did not put deodorant on because that I knew, but I did put the lotion on and perfume, and so I was nervous. And they asked me where I put the lotion, which you guys saw. I only put it on my hands and like halfway up my arms, and then the perfume I put on over my clothes. And they said that's fine. The only thing that they don't want is things that come exact in contact with your breast that may affect the exam, which is why deodorant is a really big factor. So I was like, well, that I knew, and I didn't put on. So they said, okay, well, as long as you didn't have anything that touched the skin, then that should be fine. So I asked her, like, hey, I didn't have deodorant on, but I put lotion on my hands and I put perfume on my clothes, like none of that. And she was like, no, it's not like anything like that affected your test. This is something that I see within your breast. Now, the right one was really uncomfortable to photograph, especially when you had to put your arm up. The one facing forward for both sides was fine, but when you had to like put your arm up and they got the one that was underneath that armpit area, the right side really, really hurt, and I moved. And the technician said, I may have to redo that side. Hold on, you moved a little. I was like, yeah, I moved because it was really uncomfortable. And she came back and said, nope, you don't need to redo it. I got it good enough. It's good. So I would have felt like, oh, maybe it was just because I moved and they didn't get a good picture, but that was the right side, and where they found something was the left side where I didn't move at all, and she told me that those images were taken perfectly. So I kind of got a little bit nervous. I know that a lot of these things could just be nothing or something that you have to watch, and luckily for me, I have a small following, even if it's the smallest of following, but by me sharing on Instagram, so many of you have been sharing stories about how you've been through this exact thing. And if I didn't have so many, friends out there that could write to me and say those things, I probably would be a lot more nervous. by the end of the day, and enough messages had come in that I had felt like it was a little bit more common then, since so many were sharing similar stories. So I do feel a lot better. So for those of you who shared a story with me, thank you. I appreciate it. It really did help me after like so many were coming in. I was like, okay, let me take a breath. Maybe this isn't going to be as much of a concern as, you know, as I instantly thought. But I told you guys, I have breast cancer in my family, and I already like had a weird feeling going in. I don't check myself often just because I'm big chested and I don't really know what I'm feeling for. They don't really teach you that like in school, like how to really check for yourself. And I have the best that I could. I've felt, but I always just feel like breast tissue. I don't really know if I'm feeling a lump, or how would I know if it's asymmetrical to the other. Like I wouldn't really know any of that. So when I went to the OB, which was my first time going to the OB, I think I went once right before we moved here to Texas, and then maybe the time before that had not been since I gave birth to Maya. So maybe after my follow-up for Maya, I've only been to the OB one time before just going recently. Everything else came back clean, like they did a PAP, all the good things, like all that stuff came back good to go. But this was, like I said, officially my first mammogram. So I don't know if they would have sent me any earlier if I was going like more consistently, but now I'm just a little shaken a little bit, and I don't go till Tuesday and it's Friday. So now I have the whole weekend and Monday and then part of Tuesday, because my appointment's at 11:15, and I have to have another mammography on the left side and then a sonogram. So I'm hoping they'll call me that day, like just as quickly as they did yesterday. That would be awesome, because then I won't have to sit on waiting. But mentally, this is going to like tear me up a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna have a tough weekend. That's why I'm anxious to talk to my therapist tomorrow about how I'm feeling, just because these are one of those things that my mind just like goes instantly to dark places, and I don't know how to shake that. Like all I can think about is what if something happened to me? This would be awful timing. Like I just was considering looking for a part-time job, like something else to do, because once I'm like all caught up with everything in the house, then I feel like then yesterday I binge watched Candy on Hulu. That was the movie, or like 5-part episodes of Jessica Biel, and she was doing a real life reenactment of a housewife murder that took place here in Texas in 1980. It was really, really good. But if I don't like have something specific to do, then that's what I'm doing. And so I want something to kind of fill my time a little bit. So I was just considering getting a part-time job. And then now all of this, like if something happened, God forbid, and I had to do any kind of like chemo or anything, like that would just change everything. That would change the summer. That would change all these things that we have, like that would change everything, literally everything. And I know I'm not obviously the only one who's ever gone through that either. So either way, we're a strong family. I know that we'll get through it, but it's still like every time Daryl talks to me now, he's like, hey babe, how you feeling? I'm like, oh my God, don't treat me like I'm broken with glass just yet. Like let's just take this one step at a time. But I can see the fear in everybody, and so that's just kind of crappy. But I wanted to at least come on and say goodbye to you guys, because we had a great lunch, Daryl and I, and there were so many things that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to use that little handheld vacuum that I just shared with you guys for doing my car, and I wanted to take out all the shoes in the window seat and use that in there, because there's like dirt dropping through, plus the dogs lay on the bench seat and dirt and hair fall through the cracks. And so I wanted to be able to like vacuum all of that out and share with you guys how that worked. I got some packages in the mail. We were gonna do like a mail dump, and so now you guys are just gonna have to wait. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll vlog tomorrow and we'll talk a little bit about therapy because I've been dying to talk about that with you guys. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go ahead. Kids are off to school. I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee and start my morning chores. I have tons of laundry and stuff that I need to get through today. And we have a busy, busy weekend. Mason has a birthday party. Maya has dance. I have therapy, like I said. And that's all just Saturday. And I think there was something else going on for tomorrow too. Because I was like, heck, how am I supposed to get this all done? Like, I'm going to do a pot roast, I think, tomorrow. Because I haven't cooked that yet. And I need something that could just cook all day and I don't have to worry about it. So something easy, set and forget. So I think maybe that's what I'll do for tomorrow. But at this point, you guys, I'm just rambling because that's what I do when I'm nervous. So thank you guys for coming along with me today and kind of keeping me company on my busy day. I appreciate all of your good vibes and your stories and everything that you guys have been sharing with me over on Instagram. If you have a story that you want to share that may make me or someone else that may be reading it comfortable, make sure to put those in the comments below. I will put all of Zanif's information again in the description box if you want to check out glasses. I don't even know where my glasses are right now. Where are my glasses? All right, well, I'm gonna go find my glasses and, like I said, make a cup of coffee and get my day going. But I love you guys so, so much. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Wish me luck, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.